After platinuming so many Sonic games last year, a thought popped into my head. What if I platinumed every game from the other little series I grew up playing? You can probably guess what that other little series is based on the title and thumbnail of this video, but I'm talking about Star Wars. And much like a true Sith, this thought had a major grip on the inner machinations of my mind. So why not put things to the test? What's the worst that could happen? It's not like I could shatter the rose-tinted glasses I've used some of my favorite PS2/GameCube/Xbox games with. Right? Star Wars Racer Revenge is a game all about the joys of pod racing. Originally released on February 12, 2002 for the PS2 to mixed reviews, this is a game I actually missed out on as a kid. While I did play most of the Star Wars games available at the time, this one just somehow slipped through the cracks of the sale bin at my local GameStop. That and the only racing game for me growing up was Mario Kart Double Dash, which is completely beside the point here, so we'll move on to the trophy requirements for this game on modern consoles, as that opens us up to 13 trophies related to winning events, setting speed and KO records, unlocking hidden characters, and 1 or 2 random tasks. Now I'll be honest, I was a little intimidated to boot up the game for the first time ever. I had no idea what I'd be getting myself into. The last racing game I played, Team Sonic Racing, absolutely kicked the Nuggets, no Denver, right out of my butt. And to keep it 100% with you, I didn't like it. Shocking, I know. And the only way I'd even be able to convince myself that this little platinum challenge is possible would be to 100% the game about racing and revenge. So I booted up a single race to get myself familiar with the basics of what the game has to offer. Oh my goodness, how do you play? I didn't realize this was played in first person. Whee! Oh, where'd the music go? Nice, first check. Beat the best lap for any 3-lap race. Okay. I should have paused that. I need to figure out this control scheme. Move! What is happening? I'm about to lose this race because of this.
Our winner is
Nice. And W. We're on the board. You already know who I am. DJB. And then I looked at the controls, like a true gamer. It was at this point that I was confident enough to start a tournament and change my camera angle.
And the crowd is ready for some spectacular pod racing action.
Oh, I'll give you some spectacular pod racing action, trust me. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's a little bit better. Now we're pod racing. Oh yeah, this is way better than first person. Nice, the first of many. Win your first tournament race. W. Oh, record breaker. Earn the best race for any 3-lap race. Okay. Now that I had a tournament win officially under my belt, I'm going to take this moment to talk about tournaments, as that's where I'll be spending most of my playtime in this game. Simply put, tournament in this game is a series of races where players are challenged to get the highest position possible while destroying their opponents. Physically, mentally, and physically again. After each race, racers are awarded currency for upgrades based on their finishing position and how many opponents they knocked out. Finally, the tournament is broken down into 3 legs, the first 2 containing 4 races each, and the last leg containing 5 races, with the overarching goal of winning each leg to win the entire tournament. It sounds daunting and uncomfortable, as I don't like talking about legs and positions together in one sentence on the internet. Anyways, so I started getting into the best position for each leg and fully upgraded how fast I can go. Oh my great googly moogly, who wrote the script? Do I dare keep reading? To conclude my initial tournament excursion, I got into the top position on job. No, I'm not finishing that statement. Okay, I gotta do something to take the edge off. I'm gonna have to come back after that script is rewritten. Oh my gosh. I still got it. Oh my gosh. What? You had a shotgun. Oh my god. The game crashed. I got shot in the face and the game crashed. This would be a great place for me to do a hashtag ad, if I had one. Can someone respectfully bug a social media manager to hit me up and get a deal done? I've got to buy diapers still, you know? Oh, hey, my script came back. Let's see. Alright, okay. That's fine, yep. Okay, I'm good with this iteration of it, so we can continue the video now. It was at this point that I was able to complete my first tournament playthrough as Anakin Skywalker. Unfortunately for me, there was only one race I didn't take first place in. Fortunately, I was able to go back and lock in long enough to unlock this trophy. Nice, the best around. Take first place in every tournament race with any one character. Oh, and I got best lap and best race. That's crazy. By a lot, holy. Okay. That now drops me off at the true start of the grind for me. At this point, my next mission is to KO as many opponents in every race as possible and break every record, unlocking Darth Maul. Fortunately, completing a tournament as Anakin unlocks Sebulba, who secretly deals extra damage to other racers. Definitely a bit of a cheat code character, and what he leads with in strength and determination, he lags with in speed and control. So I entered another tournament, this time as Sebulba, in hopes of upgrading his stats and turning him into an absolute unit of a pod racer. I'd show more clips of my experience, but it was literally just me replaying every race I just did, but as another character this time around. Fun fact, winning a tournament as Sebulba unlocks a new secret character. Sebulba, but the episode 1 variant. He's just orange and pretty close to maxed out on stats. If I thought the average Sebulba was a cheat code, let me tell you something about the special edition of Sebulba. He's literally a battering ram, simply put. No extra joke here, just the sound of me eliminating every single opponent in a race.
Oh, spectacular shooting. Looks like that's our Sebulba.
Nice, most deadly. And that was my life for the next hour of gameplay. Just absolutely ramming opponents. Wait, I thought the script was clean up. Well, moving on. I ended up unlocking Darth Maul, who just so happens to be the fastest racer I've seen up to this point, which is perfect because to unlock young Anakin, I would need to set the fastest time for a single lap and for an entire race on each and every course. Well, actually, young Anakin is unlocked for beating every lap time, and Watto is unlocked for beating every full race time. And for the next 2 hours, things were going pretty smoothly for such a handsomely good racer such as myself. That is, until I made it to the last few tracks. No way. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. That's really not good. Shoot. Nope, still need to be 110. At least I got the race. Dang it, dude. I should have just boosted towards the end there. I had free engine health. Oh my god, you're kidding me. What? 10-15. 10-15. 10-15. We did it. That's all I need. I think this one has a little more leniency than the last one. That could also just be cope though. 32. Oh, that's not even close. 135. Okay. I got the race time. 135. I need to shave a whole 4 seconds. God dang it, dude. Oh my god. Go! Get off the freaking wall! God dang it. What? I gotta do that faster. Are you kidding me? What? Oh my god, I can't read a map. Not my best run yet, but jeez, dude. It's not even a record. Holy moly. What? That's literally an invisible wall. Are you kidding? Please, dude. Freaking A, brother. Like, how perfect of a run do I need? Oh my god. Oh my god, did I just do it? Is that the time that I need? What's the time that I need? Oh, thank god, I think we're good. I think we're good. Holy. Anything below 35. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. Young Anakin. Pod Racing Prodigy. Unlock Young Anakin. Nice, dude. And Watto. Look at that. After that joy of an experience, I decided to take out my frustrations on another player. And by another player, I mean an AFK player 2 being controlled by yours truly. Gosh, Having no friends that play weird games like this is so great. One day I'll teach my baby how to hold a controller so I can unlock these trophies without having to be a basement dwelling gremlin. Fortunately for me, I live in an area prone to earthquakes and therefore do not have a basement. Checkmate to the gremlin allegations. Now that I have assembled the super trio of Darth Maul, young Anakin, and Watto, it was time for me to unlock the final secret character, everyone's favorite space daddy. And I don't mean me. Guess what I had to do to unlock him? If you guessed play another freaking tournament, then you'd be absolutely correct. And honestly, if you got that wrong, you should log back in and subscribe while you're at it. So I went absolutely Taco Bell mode because I was just sliding through every track.
Our winner is, our winner is, our winner, our winner, our winner is, our winner is, our winner is, our winner is, our winner, our winner is, our winner is, our winner.
Give me Darth Vader. There he is. PS2 era Darth Vader. Starfighter pod racing. There it is, Podfather, unlock Darth Vader. So you may have noticed that this game actually doesn't have a platinum trophy. I know, I'm so sorry to disappoint. I'm not letting that change my opinion that the game belongs in the B tier though. Look, I put nearly 7 hours into this puppy. Trust me, I was disappointed when I first found out too, but I'm not letting that stop me. We're just getting started here. I've already proven I'm quick, I'm focused, I'm confident. What could go wrong? For starters, this game doesn't have a platinum trophy either, so I'm doing this purely for the love of the game. And let me tell you something, I don't love this game. I've actually never played this game, as I spent most of my childhood pilot time in Rogue Squadron 2. If you know, you know. This game, however, released on March 10th, 2002 for the PS2 to pretty good reviews actually. And with 13 trophies available, this game still offers plenty for me to do, mainly being just beat the game at the hardest difficulty and complete all the bonus missions. But wait, there's more. There's a co-op playthrough needed for this game's 100%, which if you already forgot about what I just said a few minutes ago, let me recap. I don't have a willing player 2 available, but I'll cross that bridge when I get there. No Star Destroyer. Get it? Because Star Destroyers have bridges. Anyone? Dude, I need to get some sleep, jeez. So my journey started with me playing the tutorial and realizing that I don't have to play the whole game in first person. Seriously, what were the devs on thinking we'd all want to play these flying sims in first person? Regardless, I was able to check an easy trophy off the list and move into the actual story, which is broken into 3 acts, each one composed of a handful of missions. Act 1 is all about introducing the 2 main pilots and their ships, Adi Gallia and her Jedi Starfighter, and then Nim and his flat bucket of bolts. Act 2 is where the crew really starts to take it to the Trade Federation and blow some stuff up, because, you know, it wouldn't be a good Star Wars game if you couldn't blow something up. Unfortunately, this is where the difficulty started to ramp up.
There's number 4. 2 more and the reactor core will be wide open.
No! Oh my god, dude. Kidding me. Oy, oy, oy. Ah, dang, dude. Holy schmoly. Bro! These things do so much freaking damage. Bro, oh my god, dude. I'm going to freaking punch my monitor, dude. What is happening? Who is obliterating me? You tell me battle droids are shooting me out of the sky? Yeah, right. Bro, holy sh**. Are you kidding? Oh my god, what the f is happening? What the f is going on? What is happening? Holy sh**. You get shot by a battle droid and you can't do sh**. It's so stupid. Oh my god. Brother, this mission sucks. What am I supposed to do there if I'm literally soft locked like that? Like, are you kidding me? How do I get out of here? Oh my god, I literally got stun locked into the building. Oh my god, dude.
That bomb made it into the core. Let's get out of here.
Nice, dragons down. Act 3 is where the game leads me to the final enemies and the tie-in with Attack of the Clones. Honestly, I thought it really did tie itself up pretty neatly. It was at this point that I realized that I would actually have to play through each difficulty in its entirety, as difficulty-related trophies don't stack for some stupid reason, I'm sure. But hey, What do I know about game design? I work in a call center after all. I just think that forcing myself to complete an easy, medium, hard, and co-op playthrough is just silly. And not even for a platinum trophy. But I digress, as I've now got some work to do. And by work, I mean completing every bonus and hidden mission in the game. I guess the easy playthrough would be good for that. Just like how an ice cold Olipop would be good for a hot summer day. See, I'm really trying to find those ad integration spots, as I've got to pay off my wife's student loan somehow, and I'd rather not take off my socks for donations. I don't know where this is going anymore, but just know that just like how I'm struggling to make a seamless transition here, I also struggled with some of the extra objectives, like this one, where I had to perfectly time my special abilities every time I was asked to during the stage. You'd think that since it's a tutorial level, it would be easy, but that would just make too much sense now, wouldn't it? Editor John here. I'm not kidding. Looking back at this footage, that might have been the only mission I really struggled with. So, no need for me to drum up the suspense of that one, I suppose. Use a trophy pop for your time. Shortly after unlocking every ship thanks to the completed missions, I finished unlocking the one-player bonus missions en route to completing my easy peasy lemon squeezy playthrough. And what better way to celebrate than by trying to complete a mission without taking any damage? I know, just call me a masochist already, but in a respectful way. But in actuality, all I did was continuously kept my shield up during the first mission. It's really nothing crazy, so let's not act like it is, because I do have some actual craziness incoming. Don't you worry. As I previously stated, neither my wife or baby are willing to fill in as player 2 during my journey, so it's truly up to me to make myself look like a fool trying to use 2 controllers at the same time. Definitely also worth noting that if either player goes kablooey, I'd have to restart the whole level. So I got the basics of it all figured out and got to grinding this 20-year-old game meant to be played with someone on a couch together. If I think about that for too long, I'll start crying. So montage time. Oh my god, I died. Okay.
You made it! Thank you for coming to our aid. No! The island shelter took a direct hit!
These are my
Who took a direct? Who's getting bombed?
sooner.
Why are there bombers out there?
Good. Only 3 left.
One bomber left.
No shot, dude. Oh my god. How many freaking fighters spawn? And why do they all chase the buddy?
Looks like they have fighter escorts as well.
Darrow, target
my-
that silver.
what?
I'll take care of
How much? What? I had way more than one shot worth of health. What are you smoking? Are you for real?
Yes, we got it.
Oh my god. Did I just do it?
Thank you.
Did I just do it? Please God.
Fine now. Give me the lowdown on how to operate the turret controls.
I don't have time to show you how to use it.
Oh my god.
Your sights and shoot.
Bro, are you kidding? What? I go above the building and I just die? That's it? Dude, what? Dude, there's no way I'm gonna get stuck on a mission that's not, like, this is not difficult. This is not difficult, like, at all. But literally, I'm getting 2-shotted, like,
Don't block. We really need to focus
oh
on
brother,
the
I'm just dead.
fighters.
This mission is such a freaking joke, dude. This is insane. I almost forgot to mention that I'd also have to complete a bonus co-op objective in every stage to unlock some other things, so this was not an easy process. I'm talking days, given the availability I have to actually play games. Like, legitimately days. And maybe a Fortnite session or 2 would be necessary for me to finally do the thing. That's right. The trophy isn't even for completing the co-op playthrough. It's for unlocking all 2-player bonus missions, technically. That's why I had to complete the extra stage objectives earlier. Speaking of bonus missions, oh my gosh, why are there bonus missions? So yeah, completing the objectives in the main missions unlocks bonus missions, and they can be found outside the main storyline. Some of them are pretty easy to complete, and others are, well, a little painful to say the least. But even these bonus stages included hidden and bonus objectives that needed to be completed for the last few trophies. But of course, things just didn't have to go smoothly. So, problem, the trophy didn't pop. So, excuse me? Hello? Alright, we'll try the between 90 and 120. Land the ship. Land the ship. There it is. No small task. After resolving that glitch, I only had one more trophy to tackle. The hard playthrough. Which, ironically, is probably one of the easier trophies for me to unlock. At this point, I was already very familiar with each and every level and had complete mastery of my fighter. Okay, well, maybe not like complete mastery, but like perhaps whatever would be a step down from that. That was my skill level. And yes, some of the later stages had enemies that could absolutely demolish me in about 0.2 seconds, but as long as I didn't get double pumped by an AI almost as old as me, I was chilling. Roughly 26 hours later, and with no platinum trophy in hand, just the 100% and some of the rarest trophies I own now according to PSN profiles. I took a short break from gaming in a galaxy far, far away to celebrate Little John's first birthday. He clearly had a great time. Can't you tell? But after finding a few moments of solace to really think about how I'd rank this game, I painstakingly came to this conclusion. It's B tier. Game's not bad. It's actually pretty fun in my opinion, but that's definitely due to my Rogue Squadron bias, for surely. Better than Racer Revenge by Mace Windu here, and yes, I know, he's bald, that's the joke. But I truly believe I've got some much more fun games coming up in this series. Perhaps this next game can crack a higher tier. Star Wars Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast will crack a tier alright, let me tell ya. This FPS / third-person action game was released on March 26, 2002 for PC, Xbox, and GameCube. That's right, it never technically released on a PlayStation console until 2019, the same year I graduated college. This is probably the only time I've flexed a piece of paper, and it'll probably be the last because it's just a Bachelor of Arts, which, I mean, what do I actually know about stuff? Well, I do know that this game was developed by the same people that now make Call of Duty Warzone, and it utilizes the Quake 3 Arena engine, so that's a fun fact. Now that I think about it, Warzone and Jedi Outcast do have one thing in common. They're both... Oh, you thought I cussed there? I just said dog water and bleeped it out. Joke's on you, you nerd. Okay, before I go burning bridges with devs I've never talked to before and would actually love to work with one day in some capacity, let me say this. I don't think this is an outright bad game. It's just, well, no, that's a lie. It's a bad game. This game suffers from good old early 2000s jank and horrible difficulty scaling. For being a very linear game, there's no sense of direction, the story is not my favorite, and the combat just feels like an unfair dice roll most of the time. I do know people adore this game and the Jedi Knight series as a whole, and I'd love to hear their opinion on this, but I just don't get it currently. And now I'm getting ahead of myself, so let me walk you through my journey to get all 37 trophies to see how I got here. Luckily, most of the trophies can be divided into 4 unique categories: story trophies, difficulty trophies, combat trophies, and collectible trophies. Again, I wasn't too compelled by the story of this game, so I'll probably go over those pretty quickly, but just know this game follows the story of Kyle Katarn reforging his connection with the Force to take down an evil Barney. And that's basically all you need to know, so I boot up the game at the hardest difficulty, cause mama ain't raised no little snitch. Immediately got into some action, and then immediately regretted my decision to start playing this game.
Get on it.
Okay.
That was close.
That was close, I'm dead. To be fair, I really thought I could handle the hardest difficulty this FPS would have to offer, and that's what caused me the initial heartache. The hardest difficulties included in today's games are all pretty manageable in my experience. The hardest difficulties from 20 years ago, on the other hand, won't waste any time going old Doodle Bob rage mode on you. And this game especially just doesn't feel great. Sure, it was developed as a PC game, which would explain the Stormtrooper aim on console, but come on. Plus, the lack of checkpoints will never not annoy me. So I took the wins I could in committing a war crime on a droid, and finding my first of many secret areas, which act as this game's collectibles, before crashing out just 1 hour into my playthrough. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's Jover. It's Jover! Oh my god, dude, this game. Like, bro, oh my god, you're kidding me. How is this the checkpoint? How is this the checkpoint? Yeah, so this game freaking sucks. I'm not kidding. 1 hour is all it took. Following that, I lowered the difficulty to just Jedi and went absolutely ham on some Imperials. What? Oh, you're kidding. Dude, this game's so stupid. Okay, so I was still figuring things out and trying not to immediately crash out again. I guess the game was technically easier, so I was able to stack up some health packs and do like an intergalactic money spread before I gently crashed out again. Oh, watch your step. Fall to your death. No, don't make me start all the way back here. You're freaking kidding me, dude. There's no way I'm starting all the way back here. Oh my god. Hold the heck up for a second. Are you serious? If you die at any point up to this point, you go that far back? Brother, I don't know about this game. Even on normal here, this sucks. This is not fun. Yeah, I'm sorry. This might have to be a rage off for me. That's ridiculous. After another trophy pop, I finally completed level 1. Oh my gosh. Finally! That's right. I spent all this time just on the very first level of the game, and the rest of the first section would continue to go this way until I eventually completed it. Oh my god, there's no way that kills me instantly. Oh my god, dude. I gotta do this whole freaking mission again, dude. This game sucks so bad. Are you kidding me? No, this game sucks poop from a butt, dude. What is going on in this game? Brother, this game's replayability is you die and you have to replay the entire game to get back to where you just were. That's crazy. No, what? What is happening? What just happened? Why does that insta-kill you? I have to do the whole mission again. Fudge, dude. Oh, brother, it's bedtime. I can't with this game, bro. Holy moly, dude, this game sucks. This game sucks, bro. Oh my god, there are no checkpoints in this game, dude. There are no checkpoints and things insta-kill you, and you have no idea what to do because you've never seen them before. Oh my god. I will not accept any revisionist theory that says this game was good, because who played this and said, yeah, this is fun? You have no taste in gaming. Crystals. One of the major keys to my success was the fact that I had to find another way to use more frequent checkpoints, because death in this game comes for you quickly, much like California drivers that cut across 4 lanes of traffic right before their exit. Seriously, I gotta keep my head on a swivel out here. And manually save every 10 minutes in this game, since it doesn't do it for me. Once I realized that I could save and load at any point, I learned to appreciate it and moved on with my playthrough. While I continued on with getting lost in a mine and forgetting the golden rule of Minecraft. Never dig down. I then spent the next few hours quickly racking up deaths and slowly making progress through the story. As you may be catching on to by now, I'm not having too much fun. Except for when I blow up an ATST, make it off the mining world, aka see ya never, Steve, and meet every southerner's favorite Jedi, Luke Skywalker. Get it? Because he kissed his sister? I can make that joke because I'm from the South. I'm not implying anything else though, don't read into that. Don't read into that, please. I live in California now. I'm a different man now than I was before. Once I had that fateful encounter, flipped around the Jedi Temple, and actually became the name of the game, aka a Jedi, I learned about the joys of Nar Shaddaa. You see, these streets and me, we don't get along. Much like me and Sam. I just don't like it. I don't like either of them, and let me tell you something about Nar Shaddaa. After struggling to clear out the bar you start the level in, I spent well over an hour on the next encounter. What? This is so stupid. Go through the door, please. Holy shit. Oh my god, literally, I walk out the door and I get sniped. Oh my god, dude, this stage sucks. This whole game sucks, dude. Come on. Oh my god. Why are they just carrying infinite thermal detonators? Why are there infinite snipers? Like, what is this? I don't even know where I'm supposed to go. I truly don't know where I'm supposed to go. Like, how do I not get sniped? Like, what? That was a live detonator. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, dude. This game makes me want to freaking throw my chair out the window. This is insane. What am I playing right now? Literally, it's not even close to me, and I'm just dead. What the f— Did he just drop 4 grenades out of his ass? Like, what just happened? What? There was not even a detonator nearby. Don't even tell me there was. I did not see one. I mean, granted, I can't hear anything because there's already 18 more going off at the same time. What? You telling me he just ate that? Oh, what angle? What sniper has an angle on me like that? Are you kidding? That's insane. That's actually insane. The stairs crushed me. No way, dude. Why are you so slippery? Why is Kyle so slippery? I don't know who designed this level, but I have a few questions. Firstly, what the fuck? Secondly, who hurt you? Lastly, what is your obsession with placing multiple snipers in places no reasonable person would ever look? Seriously, this may have been the absolute worst gameplay loop since I started playing through all these older Star Wars games. But I digress, because there's still quite a bit of game I need to talk about here. Fortunately for me, the rest of Nar Shaddaa wasn't too terrible. I was a little lost at certain points for various reasons. But once I found out that Mr. Lando Calrissian was hanging out in the depths of the trash compactor, and that some of my secret seeking was starting to pay off, I totally ran around in circles on purpose, cleared out some goons, and ensured a safe takeoff for flight GTFO, departing from Nar Shaddaa Intergalactic. For your comfort and safety, please make sure to subscribe to the channel for more viewing experiences like this. Now please, enjoy the rest of the video. So I landed on Bespin and was immediately bullied by the stage. What just happened? There's no way. There's no way I'm just starting the mission and that's what happens. And once I convinced the stage to ease up on me a little bit, I ran into my first Reborn. In this game, the Reborn are essentially fallen Jedi. So technically not Sith because they kinda suck, but they do be wielding those lightsabers though. And even though they usually suck, there's about a 50-50 chance that they'll one-shot you and you'll have to redo the entire stage because you didn't create your own checkpoint 15 minutes into the level. I'm totally not speaking from personal experience and I'm not at all upset. I promise. The first one was basically free though. And after getting another combat trophy shortly after that, I'm proud to say that I spent the next hour fighting for my life in the streets of Bespin. I'm noticing a trend of streets being not friendly towards me. I eventually fought my way to the T-Rex's apprentice and spared her for reasons I don't fully understand, but sure game, let's do that. And I'm not kidding when I say I spent the next few nights looking for the good dinosaur ship. Like, everything about this set of levels was made purely to grief me, I truly believe. Oh my god. That sucks for me. Oh hey. What are you doing here, buddy? What? Luke Skywalker died? How the f did Luke Skywalker die? What? What? Are you kidding? He one-shots me mid-attack? Are you serious? Oh my god, dude, this stage sucks so bad. Oh my god, where's the platform? And including a stealth section in this game? Diabolical work, dev team. What? What? There's another— oh my god. Oh, this game's a joke, dude. but I eventually made my way downtown and onto the Doomgiver. Super cringe name, by the way. You're telling me the guy that named and runs this ship is to be taken seriously? That sounds like it was named by a 6-year-old playing Dungeons and Dragons after having one too many Laffy Taffies. Fortunately, it's at this point in the game that Kyle's abilities start to hit max level, so I start to have some fun with them aboard the ship. I also lived out my fantasy of role-playing as an astromech droid, got stumped by a puzzle that I don't know how anyone figured out on their first attempt without a guide, and rescued Kyle's dead girlfriend, Jan. Oh yeah, Kyle has a lady friend that was captured by Mr. Jurassic Park and thought to be vaporized in a space prison. Anyways, so we escaped, romantically, of course. During that escape though, I ran into a certain Velociraptor's right-hand man, the Air Fryer. I actually can't say his actual name, so sorry I received a rural education during the most formative years of my adolescence. He do look kinda deep fried though. Stupid boss fight, like every boss fight in this game, but I eventually found the cheese and went ham. Now put that on the grill and call it a hot ham and cheese sandwich. Who wrote that? That's bad, jeez. Need to get more sleep. And after that came the easiest part of the game, getting lost in Shrek's swamp. Dude, when I tell you I was so over the game at this point, trust me, I was unbelievably unlocked at this point. Like, could not do it anymore and still dread it even now. So I struggled for a bit. No, it crashed. Why did it crash? Struggled some more.
Oh my god, what the f just happened? What? Where did the ATST just come from? That was not there a second ago. Are you kidding me? Where was it? You're not telling me that thing just was there this entire time? I didn't even see it. What? Am I that stupid? How did I not see it?
Struggled with the final boss and bada bing, bada boom, the deed was done. Get me out of here already. For a game that was estimated to take 10-ish hours to platinum, the fact it took me roughly 18 hours just to beat the story on normal difficulty means something ain't adding up. And because of that, I really didn't want to do a whole nother playthrough at the hardest difficulty. So I opted for an alternative method, using in-game cheat codes. That's right, this game truly does come from the golden era where games actively encouraged you to cheat. Oh, how far we've come. So after watching the credits roll, I booted up the hardest difficulty on a new save file, opened the cheat menu, teleported to the final stage, and activated the no-clip mode, allowing me to hover over to the final area. I then fought Killer Croc again and took it real safely this time, saving literally every minute until I beat him and claimed the rest of the difficulty trophies. This then left me with one last challenge, finding all of the secrets in this game. I had to play through the entire game, again, for realsies, no skipping everything, again. Gaming YouTubers, when they have to play a game, be like, but for real, I cannot reiterate just how much I didn't want to play the game. Like at this point, throughout the playthrough, I convinced my wife to let me buy both related and unrelated Lego sets. Shout out my wife, she's the best. We hosted family from overseas. I literally bought a PS3 in the big 2025. I was so desperate to do something that wasn't play this game or edit this video now. Yes, I'm the talent and the editor. I'll let you decide who's better at their job. Fortunately for me and my mental sanity, using the cheats menu was highly encouraged. So I spent the next couple of hours just flipping through every wall in this game, looking for hidden areas. Not super exciting, I know, so I'll just speed this part up and say, firstly, shout out this guy for platinuming the game in an hour and a half and posting it on YouTube. And secondly, after nearly 22 hours, I discovered the last secret and unlocked the platinum trophy. Alright, there's no way this will surprise anyone, I hope, but I'm putting this game in the F tier for the time being. It deserves to sit in timeout. It deserves the chair of shame. Now obviously, there's another Jedi Knight game coming up that will require me to beat the game at the highest difficulty and doesn't encourage cheating in the same way. So we'll see how long this ends up staying here. So yeah, I'm only 3 games into this series and I'm already feeling burnt out. So what exactly did I do to ease my mental? Oh my gosh. I almost freaking died in real life from that. Wait, I literally have an RPG. Oh my gosh, I think I just died to a building. I think I just got covered in rubble, that's crazy. I just died to environmental damage. It's the true Battlefield experience. Doesn't help that I suck at aiming in this game. That's what the RPG's for.
I didn't get a kill out of that. Oh, what?
No, that's crazy. That's like a direct hit with RPG. Oh, my mib. Brother, I need a revive. Brother. Brother. Oh no. What is happening? Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. I don't even know how to narrate that one. Battlefield 6. Coming soon. Okay, yeah, the Battlefield 6 beta was actually perfectly timed. But now, it's time to get back to the grind in a galaxy far, far away. Star Wars The Clone Wars is a vehicular combat game developed by Pandemic Studios and originally released for the GameCube on October 29, 2002, with the PS2 and Xbox versions following shortly after. While it received pretty average reviews at the time of release, the devs laid the groundwork for the revamped Zero engine, later to be used in future games like Battlefront and Destroy All Humans. But we can talk about that more later, because do I have some history with this game? Besides Rogue Squadron 2, which I actually have on my shelf behind me, just so y'all can have proof. I got it right here. This game is how I got my Star Wars fix on the GameCube. The story was the gameplay was magically subpar, and the split screen modes caused many arguments in my household growing up. Overall, great game at the time. But how do 29 trophies help the game keep up with today's standards? Luckily, the trophy list can be broken down into just 3 categories: completing the campaign, completing 2/3 of the bonus objectives, and cleaning up a few miscellaneous trophies. All in all, definitely the simplest list I've seen so far during this little challenge of mine. No annoying collectibles, no forced local co-op objectives, no clone troopers with more than 8 polygons, just pure vibes. And since I have such fond memories of this game from my time as a child, I would clearly know how to best proceed with 100%ing this game, right? Well, besides clicking on campaign, I actually had no recollection of the events that unfolded during the duration of this game. I'm not kidding. I remembered exactly 0 things that happened during this campaign. Now, I won't go into too much detail in regards to the story, as every mission can be completed in under 10 minutes, and quite frankly, it would be easier for me to group things up and remove the fluff. That's right. Somehow, a campaign the length of an average Marvel movie can have as much fluff as a baby penguin. Except the penguin is way cuter. Actually, Baby Yoda's definitely up there, if we want to keep it in the Star Wars universe. What were we talking about? Oh, right. So this game starts off with the obligatory Attack of the Clones tie-in, which, fun fact, was my favorite movie when this game originally came out. Now wait, before you say anything, just know the Revenge of the Sith had not come out yet, and I would only watch the last 30 minutes of episode 2, as that was when all the action happened. Top tier entertainment for my young mind. Anyways, I got to work on Geonosis, where I defeated my first enemy, completed my first bonus objective, defeated 300 enemies, and knocked out the first 3 missions. More freebies here than the first event on a quad on a college campus at the start of a semester. Have I told you yet that I went to college? It was then time to evac a snow planet not named Hoth, engage in a high-speed chase through downtown Los Angeles, try out every kind of power-up, which there aren't too many of, continue fighting in the Trash Mountains, and get captured by the Count, leading to a short imprisonment on Kashyyyk. Unfortunately for me, and fortunately for y'all as viewers, the constant ravaging of the Wookiees' homeworld led to some high honors and a scuffed speeder segment. Uh-oh, that can't be healthy. What? Alright, well, let's try it again. I'm running like an idiot. Am I being chased? How am I being chased? You're in the storm, buddy. Oh my god. Okay. You're just gonna throw that? You're gonna say there's a ravine as I'm in the ravine? I know there's a ravine. I am dead in the ravine. I have an idea. Let's leave. I promise I can do this. I am a competent young man who has been playing this game for 20 years. I promise I know what I'm doing. Now these turrets are insane. Look at this. Another ravine. Nice, I hit the alarm. How much is a little? Thank God. Nice. I know it feels like I'm flying through these trophies, but that's truly what it felt like when I was playing the game. These things flew off the shelf faster than toilet paper in 2020. Only difference? is I don't have any of that toilet paper now. Thankfully, the next mission was able to cheer me up as I got to pilot both Republic and Separatist vehicles en route to defending Chewbacca's brethren and giving plenty of squad commands. A true leader tells their squad to repeatedly regroup on them over the course of 10 minutes. Is me. I'm a true leader. I then returned to the ice planet not called Hoth and blew some stuff up before desecrating a tomb, giving Anakin Skywalker the ability to withstand having the Force drained by Count Dooku's flying saucer toy. Like, that's literally the main plot point of this game. And once that was fully unveiled, I led a strike force to disable a shield base on the moon. Stop me if you've heard this one before. Not only did I disable Dooku's shield, but I also broke my game.
That disc is not spinning in the top left corner. That might be a sign. That might be a sign.
Oh man, why is the game doing the thing? Why is my game broken? Oh man, if my game's bugged, that would be very silly. Just refuses to load the mission. Ay, what a game. Nice, there we go, first strike. Not first strike, but this game. Once I did some good old-fashioned troubleshooting by blowing on the cartridge, which is funny because this is a digital game and I honestly don't know if they released a physical copy of this remaster. That's besides the point. I completed my 30th bonus objective, meaning I don't have to worry about completing missions in under a certain amount of time or keeping all my friendlies alive. I'm literally gonna go as slow and steady as possible now, just to spite the game. Just kidding. There's no time for that, because I was already in the end game. Gunships, walkers, tanks, and the best tank, Mace Windu. That was all I needed to get closer and closer to the final objective. So I worked my way through the final base, took down this knockoff Jango Fett, and crashed the Destroy All Humans UFO. And I kid you not, that was the entire story. I seriously think I could have watched an entire Star Wars movie in the time I took to complete this campaign and get caught up on my childhood. The only cleanup I needed to do was view the spoils of my labor and farm a few more bugs and clankers as Anakin Skywalker. So after 3 hours, I popped the platinum and called it a night. I really don't have too much else to say about this game. It's as uneventful as it sounds. The actual sound effects are rather crunchy and the low poly aesthetics are actually a wholesome touch in my book. Ah shoot, I'm still being nostalgia baited by this game. And that's why it's so hard for me to rank it objectively. My heart says weak B tier, but there could be an argument for strong C tier if you didn't play it on the console it released on. That's not saying much, but I personally still enjoyed it and had some good clean fun with the campaign length that would upset the entire internet if it released as a new Star Wars title now. Wouldn't it be nice if the rest of the games in this era of Star Wars games could be this enjoyable? I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I could find the rest of the games to be enjoyable right now, even if I tried. I'm only halfway through this dated series and so much of it fills my trophy hunting heart with crippling anxiety. Bounty Hunter will require me to capture bounties. Shocking, I know. Jedi Academy will require me to beat the game at the hardest difficulty, and we all know how Jedi Outcast went. Plus, it has dead multiplayer trophies. The worst. Supposedly. I actually like multiplayer trophies, I'm not gonna lie. But this does not feel worth it. Republic Commando looks to be a breeze, but I'd rather play just about any other FPS right now. And the Battlefront Classic Collection? Don't even get me started on what is supposedly still wrong with that. It's just... I don't know, man. The creative excitement for this challenge is gone, quite honestly, and it's taken me a while to come to this conclusion, but that's okay. The whole reason I got back into trophy hunting a few years ago was to have fun and complete games I'm passionate about. That isn't to say that these are bad games, but I have no desire to complete them right now. Especially with games like Sonic Racing Crossroads and Battlefield 6 set to come out very, very soon as of the time of this recording. Maybe one day I'll come back to them or play them casually over the next year, so make sure to subscribe and let me know you would actually want to see that. But I think I need to know when to quit a challenge and play something else. So let's say this. All of the games I've played so far are officially B tier, and I would honestly expect the same for all the games I have yet to play, so boom, there you have it. Just remember, you're loved, and I appreciate you. If you'd like to see me successfully take on another game's platinum, or series of platinums, then YouTube thinks you'd really like to watch this video right now. So why not give it a watch? I'll see you in the next one. Peace.